It's a PJB Erky.
Hello? It sounds like your name.
Guys, it's never gonna end.
Interested to know which of your two parents was the most supportive.
We're still trying to get to that, aren't we? Isn't it obvious?
Sure, your upbringing.
Brady, would you like to answer? Okay, so this one I'm actually nervous to ask, and I almost didn't add it to the list because I was like, I don't know if there is one that he loves about me. I could think he could list some that he doesn't. But the question was, nonetheless, what are some like Molly quirks or something fun about me that you love that viewers maybe don't get to see?
So it's probably not a fun quirk, so to say. I feel like you show basically your full personality. All of that's out there already, but maybe something that you don't see just when you're filming someone. And Leia actually pointed this out. I thought it was a really good observation one time. She mentioned that when Molly's in a conversation, she never checks her phone. Whereas most people in day-to-day interactions today are always on their phone. Even if you're in like a serious date or like a serious conversation, they'll check their phone randomly. Or that basically you and a grandmother are the only people today that don't have that sort of habit. Which is really nice. Like you can have an hour and a half conversation with you. You are completely focused the whole time.
You're not the first person who's pointed that out. I've had like a lot of friends and stuff point that out. And honestly, the reason is just because I can't. Like my phone talks to me, right? So if I'm engaged in a conversation and then listening to my phone talk to me, not only does it feel very rude to me, but like it's just genuinely too difficult. So if I know I need to check a text message or something, or I'm waiting for something to come in, I'll say, oh, I'm just going to check my text message for a second to like break away from the conversation and make it very clear that I just need a moment. But it's shocking to me to hear, because obviously I can't see people doing it. I can't see people checking their phones. So I'll sometimes notice because I can tell they're not engaged. Like sometimes with mom, I'll literally be like, I'll be halfway through a story and I'll go, I'll wait till you're ready. I feel like I'm the parent. Like I'm the one who's like, tell me when you're done and we can continue the conversation. Because I can tell she's just like, uh-huh. And I'm like, that wouldn't be your reaction if you weren't busy. But it's like shocking to me that people do that so much nowadays. And I do feel like it's one of the gifts that blindness gives me is like being present in the moment. And not being as distracted by alternative things.
Probably be nicer if everyone did that. Just told you they were going to check their text message.
It would be very nice if they did that.
You have potential.
I've decided I actually think he is absolutely without question. He's super cute.
Yeah.
He is.
He agrees, actually.
He's super
I think
cute.
Gypsy was the most beautiful and he's the most cute.
He's super cute.
I thought you would have known that Gallop was my favorite.
No,
Yeah,
that's
right
surprising.
between the legs.
Yeah.
Well, also because he loved young guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Leia, did you watch any of Molly's content before you met?
So, I think I had not watched anything before I met Brady. So I didn't know you from like before meeting Brady. But then I think we discussed this with Brady when we started dating, obviously, and a little bit before that. And actually quite funny. I think 2 weeks before we started like officially dating, I had one of those follow requests. And I was like, oh my God, Brady, your sister is requesting to follow me. It's the first official, verified account that wants to follow me. And Brady was like, oh no, this is my mom.
Mama be on Molly Burke's account.
That was when, okay, great, your mom is following me. And then 2 years later, Neve did the same to my mom. And my mom came to me and oh my God, Molly's following me. I'm so cool. And I was like, this time I was the one to say, no. This is Brady's mom's work. I get the
Leia watches it more than me.
Sometimes, yeah. In the evening, I'm watching and Brady's like, can we go to bed? I'm like, okay, fine.
Can we not listen to my sister's voice coming out of your phone?
It's great. I also discovered her content through work because my team was not too far from the creators team at Facebook, and sometime I would see Molly on a slide, and I'm like, this is my sister-in-law. So,
we were joking that before she met me, she had all of my insights on Instagram, which is like my engagement levels, like how much engagement I get per post, and like she had all the breakdown of my demographic before she met me.
I could study Molly before meeting her through her Instagram insights. I don't think I watched like tons of your videos before meeting you, maybe a little bit, but and I remember I think we met in London. But I felt like I already met you before meeting you in person in London because we're doing quite often like video calls, which where we
It's a bit
chatted.
different
And so
now.
like so I felt like when we met in London, I remember the first like Delamina restaurant in London when you came that summer.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time, and that's also when I realized because a lot of people were stopping you in the street in London. I was like, oh shit, a lot of people know Møller. It's normal. I feel very normal. So yeah, and fun.
All right, you heard it here first. I am normal and fun. Okay.
I think we should go with the how
No.
did he propose?
Oh yeah, everybody
Question,
loves a good
'cause that's
proposal
always a good
question.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't seen the ring, by the way. I'm so
Surprise! Newsflash, and you never will.
see what I take. The abuse.
December of 2021. And it was Leia's birthday weekend, so we were going back to Paris. I don't know, between her and her friends, they had organized a party on the Saturday night. That's going to be a really fun weekend, and we hadn't seen her friends for a long time in a big group setting like that. So I was like, this might be a good weekend. It was about October. I was like, this could be a good weekend to do it, because there'd be a great way just to celebrate with a bunch of her friends. I always kind of thought we'd do it more quietly on a mountain or something, but the lockdowns kind of changed the thinking a bit. Called a few friends who had recently proposed just to get some advice. None of it was particularly helpful, just helped me realize what I needed to do. Leia's sister gave me some very good advice, final advice on the type of ring.
Wait,
I thought I
like
was
that
going to
he.
do it all myself.
I like that he said scramble to get a ring. My favorite part of this whole thing is that when he was telling us about the ring, he was very much like, oh, I just got I just went to Tiffany's, and I'm like he acted like getting a platinum and diamond Tiffany's ring was the standard. Nothing special. And I was like, Brady, you got her a luxury ring. That is a luxury that is high end. That is fancy. And he had no clue. He was like, just toddled off to Tiffany's.
I did just walk into Tiffany's, and the lady asked me all these questions, I don't know what setting, what band, all these things. I had no idea the answer to any of them. I literally knew nothing about rings. So I literally did just walk into Tiffany's, and I think I actually picked the one that I ended up buying. So it worked out. Intuitively, I had a good feeling about, I knew Leia would like a more sort of subtle, classic type ring.
We'll put a photo.
On the ring. There we go.
I'm not wearing the ring because I'm not taking, as Molly said, it is a fancy ring, so I'm not taking it to South America because I was too scared. So don't have it now, but it is safe.
Yes, I'm salty. But one day at the wedding, probably I'll finally get to see the ring. But yeah, he thought it was just I just got a ring. I'm like, that's a very nice ring. That's not I just got a ring. That's people aspire to go get a Tiffany's diamond ring for their fiance. So
You were
well
quite
done.
proud of that,
We were
weren't you?
very impressed. And even I were like, well,
And so was that.
we all raised him right, you know?
Tiffany's was on the cruise. That was the first time you saw.
Oh, that was actually why I went to Tiffany's. 'Cause
Yeah.
You guys walked by the Tiffany's store
On the cruise.
together.
On the cruise.
And someone made a comment or something about, oh, maybe Brady will buy a ring one day. And then
No pressure.
Leia pointed
No
at one
pressure.
of the rings like, oh, I love that ring. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll be able to go find it.
And what's cool is actually the diamond in the ring is a Canadian diamond. Brady's like, oh, it's really cool. I found out after that. And I was like, no. You say, and I bought it because it's a Canadian diamond to marry our two cultures. You know, you've got to really sell the story, Brady. I'll help you spin it. So, okay, sorry, go on. You got the ring. He didn't tell any of us, by the way. We were
This is
in...
more of a ring buying story, actually. Yeah. I was trying to keep it very quiet because I was worried someone would let it slip. So I did actually try to do this entire thing not telling anyone, but then I phoned a few friends trying to get some advice on the ring. And I phoned Leia's sister because I knew she was going to probably be an integral part. We were staying with her that weekend. So she helped me finalize the one of two rings and then was behind the scenes helping figuring out when I was going to propose. Because I actually had no time to propose. It was just sometime in this window in Paris before the party I will propose.
Tell about the Eurostar as well. Ring and
Yeah, I was hiding the ring for a week in our apartment, which was also very nerve-wracking because I thought she might find it or notice I was being suspicious.
Leia's like, let's do a deep clean day. And Brady's like, no, we'll keep it messy.
Oh, I also told your parents. I asked her dad. I did the
yeah.
classic. I asked her dad. I think they were just happened to be in town the week before, so it worked out really well.
Football
They were
game.
visiting us in London, and Leia didn't realize, but she got me and her dad tickets to go see a soccer game Arsenal was playing. On the way back, I asked him if I could ask Leia, and in very broken French and English.
Broken French-English combo.
Yes, we agreed. He said yes, of course. I asked him not to tell the mom, but I'm pretty sure he did.
You shouldn't tell me.
Wait, the question is, were you more nervous to ask him or Leia?
Leia's dad's very relaxed, and I felt like I kind of had their blessing already, but so Leia, yes.
Our dads have the same name, by the way, which I think is great. He has the French version, and ours has the English version. Pierre and Peter.
Oh.
And also, the first time I asked Leia on a date, or actually I thought we were on a date, and I asked her how it went. She ran away, like literally ran.
What?
Like she panicked and ran across the
So he was
streets.
afraid I was gonna run away.
So I was worried that like I was quite sure she was gonna say yes, but I actually called her sister and was like, I think there's a chance that Leia could like just panic and
Bolt.
Run.
bolt or.
And then he was like, where do we sleep if she says no in Paris?
Yes, this was like the last minute thoughts as I was waiting for Leia to show up.
I like
was
that
also-
you were running through the game plan. You're like, let's look at all the scenarios
Yes.
and the potential issues, and we'll work through them. We'll come up with a game plan.
He was also afraid the ring would like ring at the like security.
Oh,
Going through the Eurostar, because you do need to put like
We
your
took the
bag
train to
through
Paris.
like X-rays or whatever. And he was like, what if it rings and they have to open my bag? And
So then we were in Paris. This is the actual engagement story now. So we were both working that day, but we went to different sort of locations. Leia was with her sister, which helped. So Leia's sister was kind of coordinating behind the scenes. So this was the Friday. Friday afternoon, I get a text from Leia's sister. We had a plan to go for dinner that night with her brother, Leia's little nephew. And the little nephew got sick, and quite sick, so they couldn't hang out. So thank God our plan got canceled because I had a window of opportunity.
Thanks, Romeo.
to ask Leia, because I literally had no plan. And then it was like, well, maybe you do it tonight. So I don't know Paris that well. I was just running around Paris. Leia actually sent me the wrong address
No.
for her sister's house. So I went to the totally wrong side of Paris.
Oh my god.
Luckily, there was a store there, so it was at least I bought some candles and like little flowery things. Ran back to Leia's sister's apartment and like kind of put all these little, those little like dollar store candles, the
The tea lights.
Yeah.
tea lights.
Great, we gotta work on how you spin things. The dollar store candles versus the tea lights, okay? We're gonna work on
Edit
this.
out the dollar store. And so I got like, I don't know, 100 of those.
my sister was not happy.
Too many
and
to
a bunch
life.
of like,
She was like full of, wax,
Wax.
on the floor.
Leia and her sister both have nice design taste, so there's a bunch of flowers all around her sister's apartment, and I took them all out of the original places and
She
set them up.
redesigned the living room.
Oh.
Honestly, I had to wait like an hour. I was
That's
just
so
sitting
anxious.
on the couch.
Oh no.
Very nervous. That's when I had the thought about what if she says no? Oh my god.
No.
And-
Way to go, Leia.
But I was like, he was supposed to be in the office. I was finishing work like a bit early, but I was my sister, and I was like, I'll do a few more things. Like my sister's like, maybe you should go home. I'm like, I'm gonna be alone at home. I can chill out with you in your office. So I was like, yeah. I ended up going back a bit later than expected. It was also pouring rain. I opened the wrong door.
Yes, and she finally was making her way up. I could hear her coming up the stairs. It's like a old apartment. She went to the wrong door. So again,
It was
I
a
had to
new.
wait.
It was a, my sister just like had recently moved in, so I didn't know it was dark. And I tried to open the wrong door, so the neighbor opened and said, I think wrong door. And I was like, sorry.
She walked in. There's all these candles lit. I wasn't on my knee yet, but all the candles were lit. I was playing like a playlist that I made for Leia when we first started dating.
Oh
no, we weren't spending Christmas together, so it was a Christmas gift. Some of our favorite lovey songs.
Brady's an amazing
Oh.
musician, by the way.
Thank you.
He's very talented at a lot of things. It's quite annoying, actually. His nickname from my friends in high school was the Perfect Boy, so you can imagine.
So I had one of her favorite songs playing, and then she walked in, like all covered in rain, and she said, "Oh, this is really nice. Why did you do this?"
Oblivious, literally oblivious.
It's like, whoa, this is so nice. and I had my huge yellow jacket full of rain. I was like, whoa, this is really nice.
Are you serious? You don't realize?
And then I saw it didn't last
And
that
then
long.
I think it started to resonate, and I was like, maybe you want to take off your jacket first. So I let her kind of take off her jacket and boots, and then I got on a knee and I asked in French.
So cute.
Nice.
I would say it now, but I actually forget.
Come on. Veux-tu m'épouser?
Veux-tu m'épouser?
Wait, my favorite on Instagram afterwards, with the announcement, he like did a screenshot of Googling the translation of "Will you marry me?" to French or whatever. It was so cute. That was like my favorite thing ever.
Well, there's also multiple options, so it's pretty confusing. I went with the first one. She said yes, there was a little note, and then it was really nice. About 15 minutes later, her sister came in with a bottle of champagne, and then we called, I think we called you guys first, actually.
Yes, I remember
And
screaming.
So I was mid poop, okay?
Literally.
Literally mid poop. My mom shrieks, howls. And
Howling.
I was waiting to hear if I booked a commercial. So I'm very excited, okay? I'm thinking, I got the commercial. Like, I was so, it's a Friday morning for us, a Friday night for them, okay? I am like, woo! Commercial
On the
here
toilet.
I come, mid poop, okay? And she comes running, she's like, Molly, get out of there. And I was like, in a minute, okay? You can't rush the process, you know what I'm saying? And so I finish what I'm doing. And I come out and she's like, quite literally beside herself, okay? A spirit came, took her soul away, and it was sitting next to her. She was beside herself. She was freaking out. I have never seen my mother exude so much joy in my life, which is slightly offensive, because I think I've achieved a lot. But she was so... Look, we've been waiting, okay? We have been like, oh my God, he needs to lock it in before she leaves, because if she leaves, we're taking her. We're going to her side. We've been so ready. I've wanted a sister my whole life. Not that having a brother wasn't great, but I was ready for a sister. We were very excited and in shock because, again, we had zero. Warning. He did not give us any pre-warning.
I
of
thought
this.
it'd be a nice surprise for everyone.
It was.
I would also,
Obviously.
I would also like to state for the
Shocking.
record, it is the same day that my breakup happened. So it was perfect timing.
Change the vibe a bit.
I was like, I won't tell them. Not today. I was like, I'll give it a few weeks. I'll let them have their happy, blissful, loving moment.
Mom did have the funniest reaction.
Yes.
She
Oh
just,
my God.
you know, it's like
Shrieking.
shrieked into the iPhone. We were like, is something wrong? And ran like all the time with the phone.
To the toilet, I'll add. I didn't get the commercial in case you were wondering. That was the
Okay, so we have a question. I think this.
Are you
this
sure
from
there's
a-
another one?
This is from a Boo Urky.
Poor.
She'd like to know, or she, I'm not sure, it could be either. Which of your parents offer the most support during your formative years?
I can't even lift up this glass. I'm weak.
So my favorite interpretation of Brady, my mom will agree, it's spot on. Okay, this is my interpretation of Brady when we were in high school, when we were teenagers. He'd come home. He was very popular, so he was nearly always out. I was nearly always home because I was not. Okay, so he would walk in the door and he'd go, "Hi," and then he'd come to the dinner table and he'd sit down, and I'd start to talk and he'd go.
He still does it.
Yeah, he still does it when I start to talk, to be clear. I last week I was on vocal rest. It worked well, as you can see. And I said to Mom, I looked at her because I knew we were going to see each other this week, and I was like, I feel so bad for Brady that my vocal rest isn't next week because he would love it. It would be perfect. We're like very similar in certain ways and very different in other ways. For example, he's sighted and I'm blind. So that's one way we're clearly very different. You have curly hair. I have straight hair. Also one way you're like everybody else in the family and I am not. But I think you were always like very good at being independent, whereas I was rather needy. And I'm very appreciative of that. And I mean, I've literally talked about this in therapy because I have a lot of guilt about the fact that I required more attention. And I have a lot of gratitude that you were the type of sibling that like understood that I needed that attention and were willing to like be more independent and seek like a life outside of the home with like so many friends and building so much community for yourself. And you, for me, were my biggest inspiration for many years and still are in many ways to like give to others, because I think going through so much as a child, it was very easy to like make that about me, but you always and still do make everything about other people. And that always inspired me to like think outside of myself and what I was going through, and like see how I could use what I was going through and make it about other people. And I mean, it's what I try to do every day with my career. And it's because of like the way you were always so selfless and still are to this day. So, I mean, so ridiculous. Even when I was like, Brady, what would you want as your gift? Dad's like, a designer watch. Mom's like, new teeth. And you're like, a donation. I was like, can we stop? Can we stop? Okay, this is getting ridiculous. You're just like, but it's just like, it's not like a thing. It's not a front. It's not a front that he puts up. He's not trying to portray something. It's like the core of who you are. For me, that's always been so inspiring. And you're like the quiet leader, and I'm the loud, obnoxious one. I think we're both like leaders in very different ways, and that's how we're the same. Like, we're both very strong people. I would like to think a lot of morals and integrity that our parents have instilled in us, having such amazing parents, but we've like gone about it in very different ways. And mine is like a very outspoken, loud one, and you're like that quiet, strong leader that is like the glue of your group. And I'll never forget when we threw you a party when you were moving 5.5 years ago. It was 5.5, by the way, years ago to Dublin. We threw a party, and like not only did all of his friends through the years show up, but all of the parents of the friends through the years showed up. And all night I would talk to your friends and be like, oh, how do you feel about Brady leaving? And every single one would say, well, he's my best friend. And he's the glue that holds our group together. So I'm worried like what'll happen to our group when Brady goes, because he's our glue.
They're still together. They're good.
They are still together.
And he's very happy that in Europe you don't have to choose a best man, so he has 5.
There you go. None of them have to be the best, because he's everybody. He's in everybody's groom's party. I've accepted I'll never be in a bride's party. That's fine. He's in all. He's
mine. Come on.
I only had to guilt the ask out of her. I might have had to guilt it, but I got it, you guys. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I got what I wanted almost.
Well, that was the
Actually, there's a question from Peber Key.
Oh,
He wants to know which of your parents.
stop! Go away.
But no, it's like, I think that the fact that like you make everybody feel like they're important to you is like such a special quality, and not a quality that everybody has. I like to think we've gotten closer as we've gotten older. As the distance of flight has increased, our bond has also increased. As he is forced to be less protective of me, our bond has grown. We're not mushy-gushy, lovey-dovey people. We don't like express these things, but truly, I mean, I think you're such an incredible person, and so are you, and I'm so happy you're in our family, and I'm so pleased to be your maid of honor.
So no, I hope my mom doesn't see this, and my sister doesn't.
Move aside, ladies, move aside. By the way, I'd like to state for the record there will be a donkey at the wedding, and that's all that matters. And Elton and the donkey will be best friends. And with all of that aside, and one gin and tonic down for me, I would like to present you. Where is it?
That moment was quite similar to our childhood, where many dinners I would come down, and for about a half hour Molly would speak, and I might get 5 words in.
It's true. That's why
Molly is definitely more of the talker of the family, more well-spoken, more heartfelt. Always appreciated that. That was very lovely. Thank you.
You may now sing my praise. No.
There's a question from
Shut up! No,
Peter John.
Away.
Go to the barbecue.
I think
Go to the barbecue. Make the
interested to
dinner.
understand which of your parents in your formative years was more supportive.
Okay, we've got it. The answer is Gypsy. So, with all of that said, I don't know if you're more like Dad, the sentimental one, or Mom, who donates everything we own. and folks, we're at 6 months later. But so feel free to throw this out tonight. Also, feel free to store it for the rest of your life until you die. I'll only be upset with one of those options. Mom came in. She's like, what do you want to write on the card? And I was like, I would like to write the card. So I don't write anything anymore. You will note by the preschool writing, because I have not really written things since I was 12.
Okay.
But I chose to write this because I felt like it was a moment. I also licked that. It didn't taste good.
If there is beauty up ahead, then it's a train with trees and mountains.
It symbolizes
It
the
looks
travel.
like a bit like a jungle. Very cute. Here is $10,000 on me. Enjoy your travels, and thank you for being the best brother I could have, Molly. Thank you very much.
Now it's a metaphorical 10,000. The e-transfer, it will come. There's no cash, as you can.
Yes, there's no cash.
Yes,
yeah.
no check, no cash. It'll come via the bank.
It's very
transfer.
kind.
I mean, it's.
Would you like to see the writing? Very, very cute.
It's very cute.
I realized that the further I got, the smaller it had to get. The problem is though when I.
It's pretty impressive, actually. I could never do this with a blindfold. This is
And
actually better
having
than
not
my
written
writing.
in many
better than
years.
Brady's
I haven't
writing.
written in many years. And also, here's the thing.
That's
When
not
I was
written
younger, I could only see large print, so I wrote really big, and that was the struggle in writing this. I was always used to writing large, you know?
You also used to spell your name backwards.
Backwards. Exactly.
Yes.
Really?
Oh,
Yalom.
actually,
Yalom.
for years, my brother
That's
called
probably
me
something
Yalom.
undiagnosed.
One of many, Brady. One of many undiagnosed things for me. For years, my brother called me Yalom. Yollm. I didn't spell my name backwards, I would like to state. I reversed the first and last letters. Please feel free to comment below if you too had this syndrome. Anyways, I think we're gonna go enjoy some barbecue. And our, as my mom said, last night, by the way, it's the second night. So last night was the first night, and tonight is the last night of our little mini family vacation. Cheers, everybody. Thank you to my brother and to Leia for being a part of it.
Cheers.
Can't wait to now be a part of your wedding. I will begin writing my speech, crafting it carefully. I will keep it under 45 minutes, you know.
So there's a question from a
Shut up!
PJ.
Goodbye! Thank you, love you all. So Leia started tooting my horn off camera, and obviously I can't have that. It needs to be filmed. Feel free to sing my praises.
Yeah, so one more great story is Brady and I are not very good at shopping, so
They're very good at hiking.
yeah, I'm not very good at shopping. Like literally 10 minutes we're like, oh my god, we need to get out. But when we shop with Molly, we get into the shop and we both are very lost, and then 5 minutes in, Molly comes in and she has like full outfits for both of us. And usually it's our gift as well, so that's nice.
I'm always like, I want to buy you something. Let's go shopping.
So, and when I tell that story to like my friend, my sister's like, but that's not possible. She can't see those clothes. I'm like, oh no, trust me. She would pick the best
like a
outfit of the store, knowing your style, and like style you in 2 minutes and also buy you the clothes. So
Oh, it was so funny too. We were going over some of the questions before because there was like so many questions submitted. Obviously, we couldn't answer all of them. And Leia was like, oh my gosh, Molly, somebody asked, will you be doing Leia's makeup for the wedding? And I walked out of the bathroom because she was like saying it through the bathroom door, and I was like, Leia, I'd be honored. She was like, do you want to? And I was like, you cannot let me. Absolutely, you cannot let me. Bridesmaid, that's a different story. By the way, if the footage was shaky, it's because my mom forgot the tripod. So she's been hand-holding this entire time, bless her soul. But really, it's your own fault.
And I couldn't even pick up my gin and tonic.
Are they good answers so far?
Yes. Yes, actually, I think so.
Yes, I like them.
Actually, surprisingly.
Shockingly. Elton, what do you think? Do you
What
like
do you think
your
of
new
everything?
mommy and daddy 8 years from now? 8 years, Elton. We're going for 8 years, not months. We're going for 8 years, and in 8 years, at 10 years old, I will fly you to Europe, and you can live peacefully in the south of France.
Oh, he's back in his stand.
thank